From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me.
Hey, besties! Thank you for joining me for another Chattin' with Chelsea. We have a fun show in store for you today. I am your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. All right, it is Hispanic Heritage Month. We've been celebrating for weeks now, but we got to celebrate right here on set, and we got to do it the Chattin' with Chelsea way, which means we've got some Latina besties in. We're going to talk about their lives and all sorts of things, have a good time. Plus, you know, we have to eat, of course. So we got Comfort Foodies in, bringing a whole spread. Can't wait to get down with that. But first, I got to tell you, I did my first podcast interview recently. I was so nervous, but I ended up having so much fun with these ladies on Her Opinion Show. Check it out.
As a mom,
Ooh.
what superpower would you pick?
Oh, easy. I don't know what they call this, but a multiplier. Like I could be in several places at one time. Hands down.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like I have to choose between like clean house, clean me, clean kid. And all three are not happening at once. So I would like to be able to
make life easier.
Right. Achieve all these things. Also spending more time with my son. Because a lot of times he does want that attention and I give in. So I could be cooking dinner. I burn so many things just because he wants to play, right? Like he wants to do something and I'm just like, I can't do all the things at once.
Girl.
Right?
Joining me now, Nushin Roodgari and Jenn Perez of Her Opinion podcast show. Thank you so much for coming on Chat with Chelsea.
Thanks for having me.
We're switching. I know. I just want to point out, Nushin said that I do need to work on some more dance moves.
She told me she was gonna get new moves.
She whispered that in my ear. She said
I was like, seen it before, Chelsea.
I did say I was going to get some.
You were going to get on TikTok.
I mentioned, yeah. I got some studying to do.
Okay.
So what made you girls want to do a podcast?
Probably me.
Oh, man, yeah.
I think it was me. I do a lot of social media, and so the one thing that I think I don't get to do enough is rant. It's just kind of like just talk about all the things that we want to talk about, but we don't. And I felt like that was the perfect excuse for us to do a podcast. And Jen was like, I'm game.
Yes. I had so much fun, I will say. Yeah. Okay, so since y'all put me in the hot seat with some questions.
Oh, no.
I knew it was around on you guys.
I knew it was coming.
Okay, and you're both moms. I want to point that out as well. So I have a mom question for you to start off with. Okay, what is a basic habit that you stopped doing when you became a mom that you didn't realize maybe you would have to give up at first? So I admitted on your show that I can't always be clean myself and have a clean son and a clean house. Is there anything that you've had to give up or go through like that?
Or gain?
As a mom?
I think I gained being a germaphobe. So everything was like, don't let him touch this, don't let him do that. Like, and then, I mean, that went out the window after a while.
Right, because they just stay dirty.
And I never thought I never thought I'd be putting toilet paper when I go somewhere on the seat for my son in the women's restroom to go in with me and make sure that, he didn't get any germs or anything like that. So yeah, I would say that would be what mine would be.
Okay, what about you, Jen?
well, and maybe you're going to judge me for this, but I used to always nag. And now I still nag. And I'm even more with my kids.
Yes.
So I feel like I should have given that up. And I didn't.
Still nag. Still even more
nag.
so?
Even more so.
Because you have more ears to nag too.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to judge you. Okay, here's another question for you. From this point, would you rather age forward or backwards?
Probably backwards.
You would?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so because I had a lot more energy.
Facts.
I mean, like my kids are all teenagers now, but if I were to think to have kids at this age,
we talked about that on your show where we were like in our 20s, we were able to like party all night and then go to an early job. No, none of that is happening right now.
Yeah. So for
Don't
me,
even care about it anymore.
Okay. What about you, Nunu?
I think the same. I mean, It's hard, but just to go back and to experience all those moments with my now older son who, you know, I can't, it's like I only had one. So missing those kisses and missing all that little, you know, but then there's some exes I don't want to go back through. So
well,
that one, you know.
Yeah, they didn't say you have to go through that, but aging-wise.
Aging backwards, yes.
You would do that, okay, because we are not going back there. No,
let's not.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let me spin another one at you. What makes a house a home? Good mom question right here. You got 3, Jen.
I do have 3.
Yeah.
I think just giving them positivity. You know, when they come home, they feel safe.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, especially boys. I have 3 boys. So,
I can imagine.
you know, everything that's out there. Yeah.
I just picture like all kinds of like running through your house.
Smelly.
And things flying.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Nunu, what makes your house a home?
I would say a family for sure. And a family comes in all different, you know, it's not the same for everybody. Maybe you don't have a spouse, maybe you don't have kids, maybe you have animals that are your family, but whatever it is that you find love at home. So whether it's, I don't care if you live with your mom, your dad, your whatever, but I mean, something that makes you want to come home to because there's love there or there's something there that makes you feel comfortable. I think that's what I would call, I would say, some kind of sort of family to you.
Y'all are so sweet. I love that. Okay, we got some more love to spread here on Chatting with Chelsea. We're going to continue the conversation with the girls all about the Her Opinion Show podcast after this break. We are back with Nushin Roodgari and Jenn Perez, the creators of Her Opinion Show podcast. I used my podcast voice for some reason when I said that.
Do we have a voice?
Elevated voice.
We got that.
So it is Hispanic Heritage Month. We are celebrating you gals and all your mixed heritage as well. What part of your heritage are you most proud of?
I would say I'm most proud of from my Hispanic heritage side would be definitely the resilience. I would say the resilience because as a people, I feel like they're such hard workers, and despite their struggles, one thing that they always do is just work hard. And I feel like that's just such an impact on all the generations that come from my heritage. I feel like it's just the resiliency.
And I see that in you because you don't just do the podcast. You got this job and this hustle, all sorts of things.
I mean, sometimes I don't want to be like that.
Right?
Yeah. Lots of talent as well. So Jen, what about you?
Yeah, I would have to say the determination. My dad's from Colombia, my mom's from Mexico, and they both immigrated here. And they both had that determination that they're gonna make the American dream. And they started with nothing in their pockets, and my dad became a teacher at HCC.
Nice.
So he got his education, did everything, and so I see that determination, and I feel like that's what I'm most proud of, because a lot of people that are Hispanic and that come from another country have that same determination.
Were there times in your life where you looked at that and that helped you keep going towards your goals?
I mean, that's the reason why I own my own business now, you know, because my dad, he not only was he a teacher, he had his own business on the side. And so that was a great example for me.
Is that the dream, owning a business?
I think it's mostly doing what you love.
Yeah.
I mean, I think doing what you love is the ultimate goal. But making money and paying your bills is the in-between.
Yeah, and and it's mostly making sure that your family has a safe place to be at. You know, getting out from where they came from. A lot of the neighborhoods weren't that great, and coming to a place where their family can feel safe.
Yes. All right. So let me ask you this. With all the things you have going on, how do you make the time to be able to, you know, run a business, do a podcast, take care of the kids?
Definitely, I see that my kids push me to do it, and so you have to really plan ahead of time. And Nushin knows I'm not that great. I'm organized chaos, but I do get things done.
That chaos word.
Yes, but I do get things done, and so if I say I'm going to do something, I will get it done.
I feel like you embrace the chaos.
I do. I do.
It's okay.
I think prioritizing what makes sense is always important. whether that's business or friends or whatever you do. And I think that we see the potential and the long term that can come out of the things that we do. So we prioritize it. And whether that's business, family, like it's a little harder for her. She's got a husband and a lot of kids in the house.
So 3 boys and a husband. So
4
boys.
Yes.
I know, right? It is.
That's a lot. I mean, like I said, we only have the one.
Yeah, and that's plenty.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how you do it.
Well, you forget about the others. You know what I mean? You got to rotate them.
I know.
One at a time is priority. Got
Exactly.
it. That's a good tip right there. What has been the most fun part of doing the podcast?
Meeting all the new people. Like, I think that's the best part.
And like the behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that sometimes we don't put, out there for people to see, but there's a lot of funny stuff that goes behind there.
Okay. What's something funny behind the scenes or in front of the camera?
I think, well, funny moments that we've had is one recording and we got no audio.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, an hour of recording and no audio.
Yeah.
And then having to, decide what do we do? We have to tell this guest they have to come back.
Yes.
And I mean, which is kind of sometimes you could have the same struggles.
yeah.
but-
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, and you're like,
Or me being behind the camera, like sometimes she has a show by herself or with guests, and so I'm behind the camera and I'm like trying to make signs and do stuff, and
yeah, we're not in each other's ears.
I know.
so-
Yeah, y'all don't get this.
Yeah, and
this
she's trying
pleasure.
to read my lips, and yeah.
Okay, all right. So moving forward, what's ahead for you guys? Well, are you gonna continue doing, like you do a lot of food blogging and things like that, and y'all have done visits to different places? Will there be more of that, or what else can we expect?
I think, we would love to do that. We're doing really good right now, I think, and so we're trying to bring in paid sponsors, ads, and stuff like that. So I think we'll be visiting businesses. We'll be having a little bit more commercialized stuff on our page, but not to lose focus of what our true mission is, which is the best podcast that women didn't know they needed. Because you want to come and you want to be able to just watch something where the things that you want to say but you don't, we can say it on our show.
Yes.
And not only that, to really feature these women that have started from nothing and have become something, owned their own businesses with being moms, wives, everything, and just...
Or not owning your own business, but you still have a story.
Still have a story, and just to really admire them.
I mean, I feel like we're all in the same mission because, it just for a while has felt like we're missing these conversations. Like we need more of this.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working, you have kids, you're doing all these things, and you don't get the happy hour, or you don't get that moment. You might have to be watching TV or watching your podcast, whatever it is. You get that moment to be like, I hear you, girl.
I know.
Yes, that was me last week. I almost jumped that cliff, but I'm still here.
I'm gonna hear this podcast again.
Yes,
and
read
read
it again.
Yes, girl.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank y'all so much for being a part of that mission and being here and sharing all the fun
Thanks
stuff.
for having us.
Thank you. Okay, so since y'all have so many things, I know Lisa doesn't like me to do this, but y'all got to tell people where to follow you and find out about all these big aspects of your life.
So of course we're on all social media platforms. Her Opinion Show, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify,
everything. Yeah,
it's Her Opinion Show.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Definitely check y'all out.
Spilling the opinions.
Check out my episode as well.
Yes,
I don't want to say I was your best guest, but
Yes, we
Might
love
be.
that.
thank y'all again. Okay, so after this break, we're going to continue our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration with some Comfort Foodies. You don't want to miss it.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling. Come back to me.
Baby, wrap me up like an empanada. That's one of my pickup lines, one of my favorites there. I don't know about picking you up over at Comfort Foodies, but they definitely have empanadas. So this is Hispanic Heritage Month. Sorry, this is a good friend of Fox 26, a good bestie, Elsa Matthews. All right, so you guys have quite the spread of like Dominican soul food, but you also do breakfast.
We do brunch, yes.
Brunch, yes. Okay, tell us about this.
So that is our mangu tres golpes.
Okay.
It's a traditional Dominican breakfast, and it's called tres golpes because it's 3 hits. That's what it translates to.
Oh, okay.
Because you will need anything else for the rest of the day.
Got it. All right,
This is good, like after a good hangover, a good, you know, it's good food.
Okay,
yeah.
we
so
got
it's
sausage.
mashed plantains. Yep, that's Dominican sausage. Yep, salchichon, fried cheese. You've got some fried eggs with nice pickled onions, and what you see under there is green mashed plantains, but it's really, really good. It's really yummy,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Tell me about how you started with Dominican and so, because it's really a fusion of things there.
My now husband. So I had never cooked soul food before in my life until I met him.
Okay.
I've always been a cook. I've always loved cooking. That is my love language, if you want to say it. Full belly, you know, full heart. And so when I met him, I wanted to cook for him. I've always, you know, that's just how I show people that I love them. And I started cooking Dominican food, like our brown stew chicken or pollo guisado, or, you know, like I made him oxtails one time. Dominican style. So these are Dominican style oxtails. But of course, he's from the South. He's from here, from Houston.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to make collard greens, candy yams,
Oh,
peach
okay,
cobbler.
okay. Wait, so when you made the oxtails, was he like, this is a keeper?
Oh,
was
yeah.
he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good
He's
to
like,
know.
I've never had oxtails like this. Oh, my God.
Oh, nice. All right. Little tip for you out there. Okay, all right. So let's talk about that. So these are the oxtails with, how do you serve them?
So we serve them with rice. So this is Caribbean rice and peas.
Okay.
Dominican style guandules,
Yes.
moro de guandules.
Yes. Guandules.
Yep, and we season ours with sofrito.
What's that?
So it's a seasoning that we make. It's all natural, oregano, bell peppers, onions, marinated overnight, and then it's just slowly cooked, braised, and then slowly cooked, and then that beautiful sauce that you see there is formed once it's cooked.
I love it. Okay, and are you grinding the seasoning yourself?
Pretty much, yeah. Back in the olden times, so this is a pilon.
Okay.
Or mortar. I grew up, this is how I mashed the garlic and all the seasonings used to get mashed in here. Now, obviously, we do it in a blender now. So,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how long does it take to do it by hand?
No, this is just, you know, this is something that is used back in or used to be used back in the Dominican Republic. No, now we use a blender.
Okay,
we blend everything in a blender now.
Yes, we are on speed dial with the seasonings. Got you. I want to mention your coquito because you have given me a bottle of this before. It is so good.
Yeah.
And, you know, holidays are coming up, so
They are.
I'm gonna have to get another bottle. Go ahead and put my order in.
I got you. You know I got you, girl.
Explain coquito for people who haven't had it before.
Coquito originated in Puerto Rico, but all the islands have their own version of it, basically. So Dominican Republic, and it's like their own version, is the same thing. So it's like a coconut base, and it's infused with Bacardi.
Right, right, okay.
And it's,
I will say this version is not. So that I
this
can
version,
go ahead and slide it
this is the
my way.
version, yep.
Okay.
So,
all right,
but I mean,
yeah, I will
especially
say-
just for you.
Yeah, like eggnog is a good description for
Yes.
people who aren't familiar.
Caribbean coconut eggnog or little coconut.
A little coconut,
Yeah.
good flavor. I want to get into the other plates, but first, since we're talking about all these things that come from your heritage, what makes you the most proud when it comes to talking about your Dominican heritage?
I mean, I was born there. I grew up very poor in the Dominican Republic, so we did not grow up privileged or, so for me, it's everything that I've been through and my parents have been through. Coming to this country and making it literally out the mud and making, like the lady said, our American dream.
Yes.
You know, that's what probably makes us the most proud, or makes me the most proud, is that I came from very poor circumstances, and you know, now I'm here with you on TV.
Yes, I'm Chelsea.
You know, it's like that's literally that's the dream. It's, you know, and our struggles and everything that we go through, you know, to come to this country. I didn't know the language. I had to learn the language. Didn't know the culture. Had to learn the culture. And I still sometimes, you know, even when I'm like talking to my husband, I have to like say, hold on one second, because I got to translate it in my head.
Let me pull up that English.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So you know, so all of that, it makes me really proud that, you know, I was able to go through all of that and make it here where I'm at now.
Where did you imagine yourself 20 years ago?
Honestly, I wanted to be an attorney.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Yes.
I I wanted to be an attorney. Didn't happen, of course, but I've always had a passion for cooking. I learned how to cook at 13. Hispanic girls learn how to cook early. Because, you know, you're not going to get married if you don't learn how to cook. But for me, my mom has always loved cooking as well. So she kind of instilled that in me. It was never like a chore or like you have to cook, you know. It was always something like you know, it was made out of love. So her and I have always loved cooking for other people. That's her. She's the same way. Like somebody comes to her house and she just got to make a whole feast.
That is beautiful.
So yeah, so that's where the love of cooking comes from me.
All right. Well, speaking of feast, go ahead and slide me one of these empanadas.
Yeah, you want oxtail? I've got oxtail empanada. You already know, girl.
Already know. Okay, so you got oxtail empanadas. We got
right
the oxtails. Did we cover everything? We didn't mention this one right here.
So yeah, that's the fritura. It's a Dominican platter. It consists of chicharrón, pork chunks, like pork belly, fried pork belly. You've got Dominican sausage again on there, fried cheese, some fried yuca or cassava, and tostones. Yeah.
All right, that is a good empanada, I will say. Okay, guys, I got some more chewing to do. I'll see you on the other side of this break for our final takeaway. I'm good.
Hey besties, you ready for a magical night with Boyz II Men, Robin Thicke, and 112? Listen to the Mad Hatter Show on Magic 102.1 and call in with the keyword of the day for a chance to score tickets. Good luck, besties.
I want to thank you for joining me for another Chatting with Chelsea. I want to thank Comfort Foodies and Her Opinion podcast show for coming on this Hispanic Heritage Month. We just want you to remember to have pride in who you are, no matter where you come from. All right, we'll see you on the next Chatting with Chelsea. That's the name of the show. Couldn't wait to get an empanada in my mouth. All right, Chelsea Show Fox on social. We'll see you next time.